Okay, we are back with our long vowel pages. So today we've got long O and long U, and the way that those vowels are becoming long vowels is by that E, that silent E at the end, changing that short vowel sound of O from A to O. And so let's review our long vowel sounds of A, E, I, O, and U or U. So A says its name of A. E says its name of E. It says its name of I. A says the name O. And changes to U or U. And so on this long vowel page for O, we've got the word zone, vote, code, whole, woke, nose, globe, quote, clone. And so instead of doing this with you guys, I filled this part in red. So I filled all the vowels in red. And so now I'm going to use blue. And so this is the word bone. And without that silent E, it says B, on. But now this silent E is changing the sound of that O and making it say B, own. And this is a little animal that's called a mole. And so if I cover up that E, it says mall. But there's that E changing the A to O and making it say mole. This is a purse, but another name for a purse is called a tote. And so if I cover up the E, it says tot. But with that silent E at the end, it's using its magic powers to change the A to O. And it says to-oat, tote. And then this is a robe. Maybe some of you might have a robe at home that you put on when you get out of your bed in the morning, or maybe when you get out of the shower or the bathtub. And so if I cover up that E, it says rob, but that E changes the A to O for obe. And then you can use any words you want to make a sentence down here. And again, I always like to try to see how many long O words I can fit in a sentence. And so I'm thinking, what if I used tote and bone and I say, my dog put her bone in my tote. My dog put her bone in my tote. My dog put her bone in my tote. 8 words. I think you guys can do that. My dog put her bone in my tote. So if you already did this page and you had a sentence, you can get an extra piece of paper if you want to and try that sentence of my dog put her bone in my tote. And so we've got the long U page over here, and we have the word mule, tube. And so you can hear the U makes a different sound in those. Mule is like a mu, U, and tube is more like an oo. So that long U sound, it sure is interesting. So mule, tube, fuse, dune, huge, cube, fume, brute, flute. And I like those blends in burr, brute and full, flute. And so this is the word huge. And so right here we've got a small cupcake and then one that is huge. And if you cover up that E, it says hug. But that magic E changes the sound of the and it actually, in this one, makes it do the U, huge. Actually, in all of these words that they have right here, they've got the U making the U sound. And so this is a fuse, and that E is changing the sound of the U. If I cover it up, it says fuss. And it's so interesting because not only does the E change the U to U, it almost makes the S kind of sound like a Z, because it's not the word fuse, it's fuse. So interesting. Words are weird. And then this is a mule. So it's not really a horse. It's a different kind of animal. It's a little smaller. Sometimes you see them in movies and they've got bags attached to them. And it's called a mule. If I cover up that E, it says mull, but that E is changing the U to the long U, making it be a mule. And then a fume. A fume is like a smell. So like when a skunk lets out its stinky smell, you can smell the fumes from the skunk. And this actually is like a chemistry experiment where they've probably mixed some chemicals together and it exploded, and then there was a smell that came with it, a fume. And so it's fume, that magic E, changing the sound of the U. Without it, it says fum. So if I was going to make a sentence here, I could say, I got a huge tube, because I want to use two different U sounds. I want to use the hue, the U in huge, and the U in tube. I got a huge tube of toothpaste at the store. My goodness, there's a lot going on in there. I got a huge tube of toothpaste at the store. And if you notice that word toothpaste, it's one of those compound words, toothpaste, toothpaste. It also has a long A in it. Oh my gosh. I got a huge tube of toothpaste at the store. Store also has a long O. It's got a blend. Wow, so much going on. So good luck with that. But I just wanted to maybe have us practice making some words and sounding some words out. And so if you have an O and an E, and again, if you don't have magnetic letters at home, that's okay. You could write some on some paper, cut them up into squares, move them up and down, and practice making different words. So we could do that word of bone. So right now it says bon, but I put that magic E in there. It goes, bring, bone. I could take away, I could take away the N, put the B over here, make a blend. Globe, globe, glob, globe. I could take away this blend. I could take away that B. I could say, oh, how about this one? Ooh, there we go. I could say roll and then change it to roll, roll. And it doesn't mean roll like you're gonna roll down a hill. This is a role like an actor or an actress plays a role in a movie or a TV show. I could do, let's see, take away the L, put up the N. We could do nos and change it to nose. I could take away the N and put the T and make the word own, tone. Now it says ton or ton and tone. And tone is like the sound of something. Maybe you've heard a grown-up say to a student or a child, don't use that tone with me. And so I could take away the O. Let's try it with some U. And so we could do U or oo. How about this one? Right now it says cub, and then it changes to cube. I could say, just like that little animal up there, mule, mule. If you guys want to practice making some long U words at home and send me a picture, I would love to see those. We could do the word tune, tune. I could change and say flute. A flute is a musical instrument, and it's long, and people blow into it like this. Flute. All right, guys, that's going to be it for our long vowel lesson. Again, I sent a video on Seesaw for you. It was a link to the Rock and Learn video on YouTube for long vowels. So go ahead and check it out.